Struggling single mom brings her child to work, only for the baby to run to the billionaire CEO, hug him and call him daddy. The old clock on the table read 5 a.m. Under the flickering kitchen light, Olivia Carter quietly sipped her now-cold cup of coffee. She had barely slept after another brutal day at Sterling Enterprises, but it was a routine she'd grown used to. A single mom couldn't afford to be tired. Her gaze drifted toward the small bed where Theo Carter, her son, was fast asleep. The little boy was curled up under a thin blanket, his long lashes fluttering gently with each steady breath. His pink lips were slightly pursed, his tiny face radiating an innocence Olivia was fiercely determined to protect. But what always caught her breath were those deep blue eyes she'd once seen on another man's face, a man she'd tried to forget for the past 5 years. She reminded herself not to dwell on the past. Olivia had once had it all: a bright future, a skyrocketing career path, a grand vision of transforming the financial world. As a stellar finance student at the University of London, she was snagging multiple scholarships and internship offers from prestigious firms. Then her entire life shattered one night, just a year before graduation, when she discovered she was pregnant. She was overwhelmed, adrift, unsure of how to face this new reality. She waited for an explanation from the child's father, but he simply vanished, as if he'd never existed. She stood before two stark choices: sacrifice her dreams for her child, or sacrifice her child for her career. She chose her child, but the cost was staggering. She dropped out of school, losing all the career opportunities she'd worked so hard to build. The first years as a single mother were a blur of tears and struggle. Without a degree or experience, she bounced between temp jobs, waitressing, reception, retail, anything to make ends meet. It wasn't until Theo turned 3 that she landed a job as an administrative assistant at Sterling Enterprises, one of London's biggest financial corporations. The pay wasn't great, but it was stable, a lifeline for her and Theo. Still, life was anything but easy. Their tiny apartment on the outskirts of London barely fit them both. She juggled rent, preschool, groceries, and an endless pile of bills. No matter how drained she felt, Olivia always wore a smile for Theo. She never wanted him to sense her fear, but every day, a question echoed: how much longer can I keep this up? That morning, Olivia went through her usual motions: breakfast for Theo, uniform, school bag, then a frantic rush to get herself ready for work. But just as they were about to leave, her phone rang. "I'm so sorry, Olivia. I can't watch Theo today. Something urgent came up." Olivia's heart sank. She clutched the phone, her voice turning desperate. "But I'm already late for work. I can't leave him alone." The babysitter sighed apologetically. "I'm really sorry, Olivia. Can you find anyone else?" But who? She had no family in London, and her friends were swamped with their own lives. Less than 30 minutes until she had to clock in. Late meant a reprimand, possibly even termination. She looked at Theo, his bright, innocent eyes gazing up at her, utterly unaware of the storm brewing in his mother's heart. Finally, Olivia took a shaky breath. She had no choice. Theo was coming to work. The towering Sterling Enterprises building, sleek and imposing, mirrored